Okay, so looking at this, we have you roll a number cube 20 times. Which scenario is least likely? Okay, so we roll a number cube 20 times. You find the experimental probability of rolling an even number to be 0.25. Okay, so rolling an even number, our theoretical probability should be 1/2, or 10 out of 20 times, which would be 0.5, which is very far away from 0.25. Okay, now let's check the other ones just to see whether or not we have anything that's even less likely to occur. You find the experimental probability of rolling an odd number to be 0.5. Well, again, rolling an odd number we'd expect to be 1/2, which would be 10 out of 20 times, which would be equal to 0.5. So because it is equal to 0.5, okay, this is probably very likely. Okay, looking at the next one, you find the experimental probability of rolling a number less than 4 to be 0.45. Now, if we're looking for a number less than 4, that means we can either have 1, 2, or 3, okay? And this is on a number cube, right? So we're going to say a number cube is going to be 3 possibilities out of 6 sides, which would be roughly 1/2 of the time we would be expecting to get a number less than 4, which would be 10 out of the 20 times, which would be about 0.5. To see that we're at 0.45, we can actually see that this is pretty close to each other, whereas this is still pretty far away. Okay, then looking at the next one, the experimental probability of rolling a number greater than 3, which would be 4, 5, or 6, again, would still be 3 out of 6 on that number cube, which would be half the time, or about 10 out of every 20 rolls, which would be 0.5. Now, because this is going to be at 0.6, it is off a little bit, but it is still closer than this one up here. So probably the least likely, the one that's farthest away from its theoretical probability, is going to be this first one that we looked at there. And we are good.